yes.
so fun.
I am excited for this matchup,
yeah.
but I'm also going to have my heart broken because I love both of these players. We've got the Swagamuffin team kill of Juice and TrapHood highlights. This is going to be a really good one. Juice has done a really good run here so far. And this is loser side too, so it's going to matter more. And then TrapHood highlights has not been competing a whole lot these last couple of months, but still makes a name for himself along with the very likable and quirky Pokemon trainers that we have. We've got a few of them, and they're still in the bracket.
We're the last bastion. We are the final bastion for this character.
We really are.
Us, Japan, and then specifically DD in Georgia. That's it.
Yep.
And, actually, no. New York has like quit.
Yeah, that's true.
But we are the stronghold.
Outside of that,
we are the stronghold. Right?
Utah has temporary plan, but no one lives in Utah, so.
Utah's not a state. What do you mean? I've never been there, so it doesn't count.
It's a place that exists.
Maybe.
All right, we have some Charizard war crimes there.
Charizard is like. Yeah, whenever I play against a good Pokemon trainer character, whenever I play against a good Pokemon trainer player, it always baffles me that we don't see this character more. Like, Ivysaur, Charizard, and Squirtle are all insane, and I feel like this character is extremely underexplored. So the fact that we have, like, this many PTs here in MDVA continuing to push that character and on the grind, y'all, like, as a nation and as a Smash player base, need to watch out, because as these guys keep getting better and better, they're going to be even more and more of a menace.
Mint Chocolate, Sinner, Backwoods, Irby, they're all here. And, well, Backwoods moved to the West Coast, but still, they've seen the light. They know that this character has been underrated, underappreciated, underutilized ever since it's gotten back to not only its broad glory of returning to being the 3-in-1 with the addition of Squirtle, having Zard back, and then having a little bit of what made Ivysaur so good in Brawl, but like having this Swiss Army knife, this 3-in-1 just triple threat, trifecta, trinity that can just do just about anything and everything is kind of terrifying. And in the right hands, this is a bracket demon. And then some.
Wolf, though, again, no stranger to being a top tier. He's been pretty much a high or top tier unanimously agreed upon for the duration of this game. Through nerfs, through buffs, through balance changes alike, this character has been able to do some crazy things in the right hands. A lot of really talented Wolf players doing some pretty crazy stuff. Right now, though, this poor Spacey being put through the cleaners, and that Charizard back air takes absolutely no prisoners.
Never has, never will.
That move is basically knee, but with range. It's like insane.
Oh yeah, it's a bit much.
Charizard back to air, forward tilt, up smash, up B out of shield. Don't like the fact that move is super armor frame 4, and then the move itself is frame 7, which makes it 1 frame faster than Cloud up B out of shield. People don't talk about it, people don't know about it, but it is terrifying. Don't touch Charizard's shield. Yeah. Do yourself the favor, please.
Once they learn about it, they'll start talking about it.
Oh my God.
I've been playing Jigglypuff for 20 years. Whenever I have to play one of these terrifying Pokemon trainers in region, I say multiple prayers, because even though I'll play some of them to the brink, it's a lot. And it speaks to, like we mentioned before, like the players discovering things about the character, using the character, like what all of it has to offer, and being that the 3-in-1 that it is, it has tons to offer, tons.
Oh, 100%, dude. Ivysaur's ledge trapping game and just in general, neutral is insane. The combo game with Squirtle is very infamous, and of course, Squirtle being such a small body, very hard to hit as well, so it's a lot to think about.
Yeah, and Charizard being
Charizard is Charizard.
Charizard is a walking war criminal. I'm not gonna pull my punches there.
Oh, 100%. Dude, the fact of the matter is, I don't see it a lot, but Nair Flare Blitz is a actual thing. It's like, covers basically every option if the Charizard player times it right. So, like, it's genuinely a war crime that'll kill you at, like, 60 to 70.
It very much is.
And it's like, it covers everything, too. Like, if you get nared by a Charizard at 60 or 70 and they know that that's an option they have, GG. Yeah. Shake their hand. It's adios. You tried.
And Ivy Nair is good enough on its own. Like, you've got that one, too. Like, I have to worry about so many things.
Every single Pokemon has a good neutral air. It's actually crazy. Like, Squirtle Nair, you know, it's it's a decently fast get-off-me tool. Ivysaur Nair is one of the better multi-hit Nairs in this game, in my humble opinion. And the Charizard Nair sets up into so much stuff. It's just a lot to keep track of. Anyway, back to this game number 2, so I could slow down a little bit about gassing up Pokemon Trainer. But starting off, you know, Juice looking a lot more confident this time around. It has a very respectable damage lead, but you also have Charizard with Rage. There it was, looking for the Nair Flare Blitz, ended up Flare Blitzing in the wrong direction, but it is on the table, and that means that, you know, you're not in any safe position. Unfortunate pivot grab there, missing the call out, but able to get the dash attack, and now Juice taking stock number 1.
Yeah, Charizard with Rage is very terrifying.
Oh, please. It's scary because no matter every approach option you pick is incorrect, except for that dash attack. That one ended up being correct. But every other option is incorrect against Charizard with Rage.
Yeah. The Ivy up air on full display there as we even up the stock count. Going back immediately to Squirtle.
Yeah, then immediately swapping to Ivysaur because we do not want to get comboed to Squirtle. You will die at 60.
Yeah, you're starting to see TrapHood being a lot more adaptable, recognizing that Juice is starting to change up his game plan a lot more, and that is something that is this character's strength. Like, be ever changing, be ever adapting, no matter what your opponent is throwing at you.
Very interesting decision to swap back over to the Squirtle. I thought it was going to stay out for a little bit longer, and I was going to question it, but you know what? We're going back over to Ivysaur.
Yeah.
Ivysaur with Rage, you know, no stranger to playing the slow, patient game. It has a lot of options to cover it. I'm surprised that Nair didn't hit. It felt like it was grazing the back of his neck.
It was very close, yes, but no, we've seen a lot of switching in this segment of middle stock, but TrapHood is doing what works for him, and it feels like he's on the back door of another stock.
Well, yeah, you know, as they say in the Pokemon world, to be a Pokemon master, you got to catch them all, so you got to use them all as well. Unfortunately, though, not going to be able to make it back to stage. TrapHood down to his last stock here. Not at too much of a deficit. Good up B out of shield there from Squirtle to get Juice off stage, and immediately swapping over to the Ivysaur. You don't want to hang out with that small body for too long. There's the up B to call out the over-aggression, break things up a little bit, but we're seeing these insane combos coming out from Juice. Quick 0 to like 84, just insane amount of damage output.
Yep.
Looking for that forward smash too. Deceptively hard to punish. That back air gonna do numbers. Again, we were talking about Charizard back air.
We were talking. It's another one of those war crimes we were talking about.
Yeah, no, Wolf back air has
Top 5 back air in the game.
It has been perpetually. It's definitely up there. Like for me personally, when it comes to back airs, it's Wolf, like in no particular order. Wolf, Wolf DK. Is up there.
Oh yeah.
DK is absolutely up there. Low-key Charizard, just because what you can do with that move, it's covered so much.
Yeah.
And then for the other two, Joker is definitely one, and I'm trying to think who I would put as number 5. Maybe Aegis? Nah, I feel like Aegis is a little niche.
With roping in the rest of those 4, I mean, it'd be close.
It's hard to say. There are very few characters in this game that I say have a bad back air. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Like, they all have back airs that are useful for a variety of things. So definitively picking out a top 5, easier said than done. Wolf back air, though, definitely in that top 5, along with like 20 others.
I'll be a little biased and say Puff, because you have a back air that literally turns the character around, so you can immediately follow up with pretty much whatever you want.
On that same note, then, Roy probably is up there.
Yeah.
Because it also turns him around, but also
and
Jer.
He's got Jer, and that's just, it's better. But still top 10.
Yeah, you know what? There's like 20 top 5 back airs. It's fine.
There's so many. Like you said, there's not a bad back air like in this game.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I actually genuinely cannot think of a bad back air in this game.
No.
So yeah, there we are. All right, game number 3, Town and City is our stage of choice. Again, this is a very, very scary pick against Pokemon Trainer. You got those really thin slide blast zones and those high top blast zones as well. So your landings are going to be a lot more covered. In general, you're going to be a lot safer when it comes to landing as Pokemon Trainer. You don't have to worry about getting caught by an up smash or dying off the top to an up air or something of the sort. At the same time, Charizard, you know, that F tilt's going to be killing you at like 70.
Yeah, it just seems like as much, but this is this character and stage going hand in hand in the right situations, and there's not, unfortunately, too much you can do about it depending on who you play on the other side.
Indeed. Already, though, a very even start, very contentious between these two players. We've seen both of them having very dominant performances against each other to open up this set. So now, you know, this first stock going to be very pivotal for deciding who is going to be moving forward. Again, Game 3, one of the most pivotal games when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, especially in a best-of-5 situation. It is of utmost importance. It gives you that counter pick if the set does go to a Game 5, or if it doesn't go to a Game 5, well, you win. So Game 3, a very important one for both of these players.
No, absolutely. Well, most of these best-of-5 sets go into a lot more. Especially, this is our first loser set, and we're gonna be on loser side for a while, because the set we mentioned before, that's a 9th place match in top 8 qualifiers. So we'll update you on the progress of that as a moment that just entered Game 4. But back to this game, TrapHood highlights a lot of really good momentum going from center to the other side of the stage, trying to keep his stock, lose it there, but a lot of extra credit on Juice.
Yes, 71%, managing to get a little bit more on before getting hit here as well. Just really great control from TrapHood. You know, staying alive and the longevity of Pokemon Trainer is one of the biggest factors that goes into this matchup. It can be very hard as any character, even Wolf, to find that finishing blow, to find that big hit, to close out that stock finally.
Yep. A nice raw dash attack there. Almost had the read, but just smartly going airborne and having nothing to do with that.
Finding the finishing hit may be difficult, but finding a lot of damage is nothing that Wolf is strange to. Very, very comfortable with the strong advantage stage. And Juice with a big down smash there, bringing the percentages back to pretty much even, actually in his favor. Back here, though, going to be closing it out from TrapHood. Highlights, putting him once again in a very comfortable position. A very interesting attempt at using Bullet Seed. You know, we're getting down to the last Xanadu Arcadian. I guess you can be a little bit creative when you're not.
Show the move at some point. It's not terrible, but it's more often than not situational.
It's not terrible, it's just awful.
Yeah.
This is the takeaway.
Maybe we should have been a little more honest, straightforward. Oh, yeah. Well.
Oh, well. Hey, there he goes. He got on.
Hey.
All right. It is connected. The prophecy has been fulfilled. I don't know what the prophecy was, but it was fulfilled.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, there's probably bound to be another one in a later set that'll be a little more prophetic, a little more impactful. Okay, that actually,
that
like, it's a bit of a recovery tool. That is like even more like not just seeing Bullet Seed itself, but like that in itself is rare. Like using it off stage and knowing you have like the ability to do that, because like Wolf can't edgeguard, but Wolf can edgeguard rather, but like it's not, he can only go out so far before he like realizes like, oh yeah, I only have so many recovery options, angles, whatnot.
Very tough position, but a good down smash.
Job with that call out on the down smash, and it is Juice gonna take the lead 2-1 after losing the first and then taking the second.
Taking a moment to contemplate. TrapHood highlights, needs to you know, just lock in, shake off a little bit of that pressure. It was a very close game, very back and forth, and you know, extremely tense. So of course, going into Game 4, you have that looming pressure. This is loser side, so whoever loses this is out of the bracket.
It is.
And as such, and I actually correct this time around as opposed to the start of the stream where I was mixed up. But yeah, definitely the pressure is very real right now. TrapHood taking a moment, putting his head down, recomposing himself. It's what you need to do in this position.
Yes.
Playing while tilted with this much ahead of you, it's not advisable. So, you know, just cool off,
and
take a deep breath.
That speaks to an experienced player too. Yeah, TrapHood is in that echelon of players that we have so many in this region. There are so many like that feel like they're just right there, like they're that close to being what many consider a top player, and they're like, they just need that. It's like a sports team at the trade deadline making a playoff push. Like, what do we need to like give us like that, like more push? Like, what does it require? Does it require like adapting gameplay? Does it require counterpicking the SBF like we just did? What is necessary to get yourself back into the set and potentially come back from the jaws of defeats? We will find out in this pivotal game 4 starting right now.
Small Battlefield is definitely a much more neutral stage pick, I have to say. Now, I was saying before that Town City, very good stage. Honestly, for both characters, Small Battlefield a little bit more neutral. You know, again, it's a fine stage for both characters, but you definitely have a lot less dynamicness towards the edges. You know, the blast zones being a bit more of a traditional size. So, gives both players a lot more time to exist and be, as opposed to having to constantly worry about being at the ledge for a microsecond longer than they have to. And our monitor's gone again.
Yep.
Okay, we're back.
The monitors don't like that the venue is ending. It's revolting.
Honestly, I would be revolting too. The monitor's on to something.
Yeah.
But it'd be that way. We're back. We're able to commentate now.
Still a very close first stock affair. Is this gonna do a good lord?
Quite.
That's good DI from TrapHood. Because this is a kill percent for either side. A lot of rage from the other side.
Oh, that's that. That's
just had him, but not enough shield pressure. Juice gonna take that first opening,
and
but
immediately getting right back into it.
I figured that was gonna happen.
Yeah, there's something so magical about seeing somebody die and then just immediately right off the Angel platform, just bam, get right back into it.
Yeah, you don't even have to, like, I've waited the full approximately 5 seconds. I'm gonna throw out a kill move.
And sometimes it just works, man. You gotta love that. So the beauty of Arcadian too, you see, you know, when you get to the higher levels, you know, you end up having to see, well, you actually see a fair mix of it, but at the higher levels, you know, sometimes you see a lot of people trying to stall it out on the top platform. Here, you know, it's all action.
Very much so. Saw a little bit of another rare bullet seed. You just got to see the hitbox that did a little bit of scoop, caught Juice like just out of range. Was not the case there. Very nice fair there to mess with the Ivy recovery, forcing the switch to Zard, but not before we once again see the war crime that is Charizard back air.
Yeah, absolutely. It kills you 10 out of 10 times. It really does everything. It may as well just finish the game for you. You get hit by it, and it's just the announcer says game, go on to the next one. But yeah, no, big forward tilt there from Juice, evening up the stock count. 50% separates these two players.
Do or die for TrapHood.
Do or die, and right now he is in the position of do. Very much so in the position to do. The crowd is going wild.
Madison Turner, DK Will, that's a top 8 qualifier, by the way, just went to game 5. Back to this set. Juice starting to gain a little more forward momentum. Zard out again here at a little low percents. Can TrapHood force game 5 of his own?
That is the question of the hour. Juice still at a percentage deficit, but it is a lot slimmer now. 40% separating these two players. TrapHood needs to be able to find this kill, getting a lot of value out of the bullet seed. You know, maybe I have to take it back with the bullet seeds. Forward smash though, TrapHood going to be able to force that game number 5.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Well done, but again, you know, the big thing now, you know, TrapHood coming from behind is going to have to play on Juice's counter pick. So depending on where Juice takes it, it may end up as an interesting battle. The thing is, though, I feel like to some degree, a lot of the stages that PT likes and Wolf like, a lot of the stages that Wolf likes are ones that PT likes and vice versa. They have a lot of very similar game plans. They both like killing off the side a lot. They're both decently mobile, so there's definitely a bit to it. Yeah. Very interested to see where we go. We might just end up at PS2.
Yeah. Another,
well, that's where we're hovering.
That is true.
We don't believe in counterpicking here. We just go PS2.
Yeah. It's only really like a niche or something specific, or like if there's a plan. But yeah, I mean, for going to neutral ground like game 4, I mean, it was another game that was like close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. You have to make your straight hits count. Absolutely,
100% of the time, especially against characters like this, where they have so many stray hits that will kill you. Getting even just that like 1 to 2 extra % could be the difference.
Absolutely, and in a matchup where you've got like hard-hitting characters as Wolf and Pokemon Trainer, every hit matters. It really does.
Absolutely. There we go. Getting the characters locked in. Game number 5. One of these two players is going home. Which one is it going to be? That was a rhetorical question.
Well, as I said earlier, I am connected to both of these players, and no matter who wins and who loses, I'll be happy, but then I'll be immediately sad. I imagine the camaraderie will be the same between these players. Like, yeah, man, you pushed me to the brink. It sucks that X person lost, but I want to see Y person continue to make the run in Arcadian. And we're going to see more and more of that as it goes on, no doubt. Holy parry, Batman.
All right, Robin. Anyway, that sounded way better in my head, I promise.
It's fine.
Anyway, going into things, already TrapHood highlights off to a really good start here, but again, it's been very explosive back and forth.
Ooh.
Big damage here coming out from Juice, pushing TrapHood into a rough position, now stuck off stage. Good side B to get back to ledge.
Not sure what that quick uppy was a little bit, a few seconds ago, maybe a little bit of a misinput, but not much of a punish as we're dead even %, the rarity.
Yeah, indeed, down to the decimal, you know, it really goes to show. It tends to be very indicative when percentages end up at a dead even point that you're looking at two players that are very evenly matched. Other times it's just a very funny coincidence when somebody's beating the ever-living daylights out of one another. But at least in this case, it kind of goes to show both these players on very competitively equal footing. It is going to be TrapHood dropping that stock first, though. Big up smash,
yep.
Immediately right back to 0.
Yeah, well, you've got rage, you've got Wolf at kill %. Just find something.
Indeed, good opening from Juice, getting a little bit started here on this second stock. We have 5 minutes on the clock, so we're not quite in the we weren't quite in the Smash 4 situation. But. Oh, no, going very low. We're going to be able to make it back. Maybe nervous for just a second.
Maybe a little bit of baiting. We'll see.
Maybe. Right now, though, Juice, you know, he's taking the bait and absolutely eating it. Not even just taking the bait. He's taking the bait and he's taking the whole rod with him with phenomenal stuff.
Wow.
Juice, though, or excuse me, TrapHood getting eating a lot of damage here.
Yeah, a lot of offstage shenanigans there. TrapHood had a pretty good conversion, but then Juice just followed it up there from the Wolf Flash. And now TrapHood on tournament life here.
It's a very scary spot to be. Again, when the Squirtle is out, those big damage situations are very possible. Stick it out with the Squirtle as well, so it definitely means he's looking for some sort of conversions here. Goes for the side beat, not going to be able to find it, and is able to get back to ledge, but you're a light character at ledge, even at 41%, it's a scary spot to be.
Absolutely.
There it is. There's the swap over to Ivysaur. Now Juice sitting in a interesting position, stuck at ledge here, and is going to be able to make it a little bit off of ledge, but still definitely stuck at disadvantage. Whiffing the grab, and the uppy going to whiff as well. Now TrapHood, you know, in a very awkward position of his own. The uppy not going to kill, but the forward air going to be able to do it. 74% down, but certainly not out just yet. I'd say as he almost was out, but you know, close doesn't count except for horseshoes and hand grenades, the old saying goes. And here in Laurel, we know a thing to do about horseshoes.
Yep, and crazy up smash, not enough to kill though. Even as Squirtle still going around here is TrapHood. Can he make use of this rage without dying here?
I mean, again, Ivysaur and Pokemon Trainer with Rage is a very scary character. One wrong interaction, you could be sitting at kill %, 75 on the board. TrapHood sticking it out with the Ivysaur. Definitely the play, in my humble opinion. I'm just a caster, so I don't know. I'm not on the stage, but it is extremely tense. Big dash attack, not going to kill yet. 165%. The Rage is at max. Both of these characters at kill %. Who's going to be taking it? Looking for the up tilt.
Really good nair.
The tension is absolutely
Still
mounting.
Both these players definitely feel.
Oh! The back
he missed the up smash in the back air! Pokemon Switch saving TrapHood highlights his life.
What a comeback. 75% of a deficit, immediately able to turn around, surviving into the 170s, and able to turn it around. Yeah. Charizard with Rage. If you didn't believe us before for some reason about